What's up, everybody? Javille Sports here with my sports betting picks video, college football edition, week number 3. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and each and every time I put out a video. This is for all of the games on Saturday, September the 18th, and it's time, the time you guys have been waiting for the college football long shot parlay attempt number 2. So for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the village. My name is Javille. I give out sports betting picks every single day. Make sure you're following me on here on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, I'm everywhere. Check out all the links in the description of this video, along with my website, javillesportspicks.com. If you're interested in receiving all of my plays via email each and every day, that's where to go to sign up. javillesportspicks.com. While you're there, check out my promotions tab. I have some sports books on there. I have some other things on there, fantasy sports, all that good stuff. It's constantly changing. I'm adding different things, removing things, trying to give you guys a bunch of different promos and bonuses as much as I can get and share with you guys. So while you're at the website, check out the promotions tab for all that good stuff. So for college football, I like to do what's called a long shot parlay. There are so many games each and every Saturday. I don't want to come on here and give you guys just one play. I want to give you guys a bunch of different plays. So my fun way of doing that is I put all of those plays together into a long shot parlay. I give it to you guys and I let you guys decide what you want to do with it. What I recommend is you pluck out your favorites, do some smaller parlays, or do some straight bets. It's definitely up to you. Or if you want to get crazy with me and do the long shot parlay with me, you can definitely do that as well. Obviously, it's a long shot parlay, so there's a chance we might not hit it at all this year, and there's a chance we might hit it multiple times. I have hit it multiple times, so it's definitely possible, but you never do know. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll quickly recap what we did with our first long shot attempt, and then we will do a long shot attempt number 2, and then we will wrap it up. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let me pull up last week's long shot parlay up here on the screen. So we had a 10-team parlay. We had 2 easy money lines on there, so I'm not really going to count those into the record. We had Notre Dame and Minnesota, although Notre Dame, even Minnesota was a little bit closer than I would have expected. But Notre Dame in particular, they had to come from behind at the end to win that game. Imagine hitting everything and then losing with Notre Dame, a big favorite at home. Just completely ridiculous. But we had, let's see here. So we had Washington, Michigan, first half under. That cash for us. We had NC State -1. They did not play well at all. That was a loser. We had Houston Rice under 52. I think that finished 51, so that one came through. Pittsburgh Moneyline, that was a good game. They came through. Air Force Navy, Cruise under 41. South Alabama Bowling Green, another one, Cruise under 48. Iowa State, another under. That one finished 44, so it was close, but that one went under. Cash that one. Utah, very, very disappointing. We had them on the money line. They're -200. They did not play well. BYU took it to them. And then our 2 easy money lines. So we had a 10-team parlay. We hit 8, missed 2. So that was a very, very good attempt. But like I said, I'm going to take out the 2 easy money lines, and I'm just going to say we were 6-2 with our 8 main plays. So that is 75%. And that's what I'm talking about. If you would have plucked out your favorites and did some straight bets or did some smaller parlays, likely you would have had success. That is my goal with the long shot teaser, is just to give you guys a bunch of winners. These are not my best plays, because I do save those for those of you who are a part of the village, but these are all plays that I take myself. I don't ever give you guys, even in these long shot parlays, long shot teasers, whatever it may be, any play I give out here, I take myself. So when I lose, or I should say when you lose with my plays, I lose as well. But anyway, so that was a long shot parlay attempt number 1 from last week. A very, very good attempt. Like I said, we hit 75%, 6-2 with the main plays. That's what it's all about. Let's go ahead and see if we can duplicate that or even better. So let's go ahead and move on. Before I get into this week's long shot parlay, if you are interested in all of my plays each and every day in all sports, we had another winning day. It was a slim winning day. On Friday, we were 3-2, so it was a small profit. The day before, we were 4-1, so it's been a great week. So like I said, go to jvillesportspicks.com. That's where to go to sign up. And I do want to mention we have a promo right now for the welcoming back of both the college football season and the NFL season. You can still use promo code NFLBACK30. That's all one word, all capital letters, NFLBACK30, and it will give you 30% off any package of your choosing. I make the packages already super cheap, so I'm about building your bankroll, not taking from it. And that's what it's all about. So that's the website, jvillesportspicks.com. That's where to go to sign up. Don't forget, use the promo code for the discount. Now let's get to week 3's long shot parlay. This is our attempt number 2 because we did not do one week 1. This is going to be a 8-team parlay. I'm not doing any money lines this time around. No need for them. This 8-team parlay for me, $90 pays $10,305. I try to do any parlay where the payout is $10,000 or more. It's just a number I made up. Okay, so let's get to it. So BC Temple, first half under 29. So BC is the much better team here. However, they did lose their starting quarterback, and I'm expecting them to be a little conservative here, at least early in the game. Expect them to lean on their running game. They have one of the best offensive lines in the ACC. So hopefully they be a little bit conservative here, run the ball early, and then open things up later in the game, depending on how things unfold. Temple's offense did explode last week, but that was against a really bad Akron team. Their quarterback also is banged up, and he is questionable for this game. He hasn't been ruled out yet. He might play, so check out for that news tomorrow. Whether he plays or not, that could move the line as well. But BC has an experienced defense. They should be able to hold their own here, even on the road. So I'm going with the first half under 29. It's a lot of points, mainly because Temple's defense is really bad. But with BC not having their main quarterback in there, I'm expecting this one to be a little bit lower than expected. So I'm going under 29 first half. And I'm just going to quick hit these games. I have, like I said, I have 8 plays on this parlay. I'm not going to make this a long, drawn-out video for you guys. I know you guys love the super long videos, but I'm going to make this one short for you guys. So next we'll go with Texas A&M minus 28. So A&M, they narrowly escaped a victory last week against Colorado. They won that game 10-7. They did lose their starting quarterback early in that game, but still, that cannot be a performance that they're happy with. But I'll say Calzada, their backup quarterback, came in. He did play decently against a pretty decent Colorado team, I would say. And like I said, he did lead them to a victory. They won 10-7. And that should give him some confidence going into this game where he is going to be starting. That's a game against New Mexico. So don't let New Mexico's 2-0 record fool you. This team is not very good. Look at who they played. They played nobody. This team is not very good. A&M should use this game to get right. You know, they are a top team and they need to show a little bit of style here. They need to dominate this game at home. 28 points. I think they can do it, even with their backup quarterback. Next, we're going with Michigan. We're going with another big spread here. Actually, we have a few big spreads on this parlay. Last week, we were full of unders. This week, we're full of bit. We'll see how it is. Every week is going to be a little bit different, obviously, depending on the lineup. So Michigan minus 27. So Michigan is what I call a bully. They're a big bully. They love to beat up on lesser opponents, and then they tend to struggle in the bigger games. So in week 1, they played Western Michigan. Again, they were the bully in that game. They won that game 47-14. And this week they play Northern Illinois. I put Northern Illinois in that same category. I think once Michigan gets rolling in this game, look out. They are just going to keep rolling. They're going to keep their foot on the pedal. And especially at home with that crowd, I think Michigan is going to get up early. And they're going to just, like I said, they're just going to keep pulling it on. So I'm going Michigan minus 27 at home against Northern Illinois. I don't think Northern Illinois' offense is going to be able to do much. I'm very impressed by this Michigan defense, and I think they'll hold down Northern Illinois. Next, let's move on to the next big spread, Army minus 34. So UConn is one of the 5 worst teams in college football. Their coach stepped down earlier this season. This is just a mess of a team. The only chance they have at covering the spread is if Army lets them. Army should win this game by 40 plus. UConn lost last week 49-0 against Purdue. This shouldn't be any different here. Let's go Army minus 34. Next, I'm going with Florida State first half plus 3. So this is a plug your nose and take a shot type of a game. Florida State, wow, this team has just underperformed. And what else is new with Florida State? Every year they are just underperforming. And this is basically their season. And that's what I'm riding on with this pick. I'm hoping there is just extreme desperation here. They're coming off a loss to Jacksonville State. Just complete embarrassment. Banking on them coming out strong to start this game. I don't know if they'll be able to keep it up the whole game. That's why I'm going with the first half here. But like I said, they should come out in this game guns blazing. And if they don't, I'll likely be putting a halftime bet on Wake Forest here if I don't like what I see from Florida State. But I'm going to go Florida State plus 3. I'm hoping they can, like I said, I'm hoping they come out strong, show some fight. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day and a really, really long season. So I'm going Florida State first half plus 3. That is our lone underdog in this long shot parlay. And we are going with another big one here, Liberty minus 27. So this is just a complete mismatch here. Liberty at home against Old Dominion. They struggled a little bit last week against Troy. I mean, Troy's a good team that was on the road, but Liberty did what they had to. You know, they won that game. They got out of there with the victory. That's exactly what they needed to do. And at home is where they really shine. And this is another game like the Army game. Old Dominion, the only chance they have at covering is if Liberty lets them. I think Liberty pours it on here. They should be up early and often. I love watching this Liberty team play. They were fun last year. They brought back pretty much their whole team. So they need to stack up these wins and win impressively so they can get back into the rankings. Next, we're going with Utah minus 7. Yes, I'm going back with Utah. I did not like what I saw from them last week against BYU, but I know they're better than that. I'm going to give them one more chance. It was a tough game. Obviously, it was a rivalry game against BYU, and those type of games, anything can happen. It was on the road. Like I said, really, really disappointing, but still a believer for now. I am not a believer in San Diego State. They are another team that is 2-0. I don't think they're that good. They also lost their starting quarterback. This is a team that tends to struggle offensively as it is. They rely more on their running game, and that's going to play right into Utah's hands here. I love this as a great bounce back. Even though Utah's on the road, there's a reason why they're favored here. I love them to bounce back here. I think they'll get the job done against San Diego State and cover this spread. Last but not least, Arizona State BYU first half under 25. So I'm actually pretty surprised that Arizona State's favored in this game by as much as they are, 3.5, 4 in some spots against BYU. Like I mentioned BYU already, they took care of business last week against Utah, but I do hope the odds makers are right because I am definitely rooting for an Arizona State victory, but I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. Arizona State's offense have struggled. If you look at the box score, you probably wouldn't notice it. They scored 41 in the first game, 37 in the second game. But look at their opponents. I watched those games, and they just weren't impressive at all. But you can say one of two things. You can say they did what they needed to do against lesser opponents. There's no reason to show their full arsenal against teams that you don't need to. So there's definitely that argument, but I guess we'll see in this game how they stack up against a real opponent in BYU. Like I mentioned before, BYU's defense was awesome last year. They held opponents to 15 points a game. We saw another strong performance last week when they held Utah to 17 points. I think we're going to see a similar result here. For Arizona State, I talked about their offense. We'll see what we're going to get from them. But one thing I do know is their defense. Their defense is amazing. It ranks among the best in the nation. And BYU, I'm definitely not sold on this offense. They were definitely shaky early in that Utah game. It took them a little bit to get going in that game. And I think it's going to be the same thing here. Arizona State, they're going to bring that defense. I think both teams are going to bring the defense. It's going to be a battle. And one of the reasons why Arizona State is a popular pick is because BYU, coming off that huge victory against rival Utah, naturally there's going to be a letdown. Can this team get right back up for another tough opponent, a ranked opponent? The good thing is that they're at home. They're going to have the home crowd behind them, but are they going to have that letdown? And if they do have that letdown, I think it's going to be early in the game. So that's why I'm going with the first half under. I think this is going to be a close game that either team can win, and I just want to take overtime out of the equation. I'm going to go first half under. One thing I do know is both these teams are going to be bringing the defense, and then we'll see what we're going to get from either of the offenses. So I'm going first half under 25. And that is this week's long shot parlay, 18 parlay. Like I said, for me, 90 pays over $10,000. Here is my actual ticket that I put in. If you can see it, sometimes I put tickets on here and it's blurry. Sometimes it's crisp. So hopefully you guys can see it. But that is it. That is another attempt. We'll see if we can hit this bad boy 18 parlay. It'll definitely be nice. But like I said, what I do recommend, if you like any of these games, pluck out your favorites, do some straight bets, do some smaller parlays. If you don't like any of the games, don't take any of the games. It's definitely up to you what you want to do. But that's what I love to do with college football. I'll give you guys a bunch of different options. I'm going to be taking all of these myself. And we'll go from there. So good luck with all of your plays. Enjoy your guys' Saturday, whether you're watching the games or not. I hope you guys have an awesome Saturday. Stay tuned for my NFL video, and we will be doing a NFL long shot teaser. Other than that, that's going to do it for me. Like I said, good luck with all of your plays. Enjoy your Saturday, and I'll see you guys soon. Good luck.